Welcome to the space of sanity. Welcome to my spa, the Semaj MindSpa. You know, spas are very useful entities. Here we get rid of toxin. In this case, we're talking about mental toxin, things that prevent our growth and development and stymie our development in many, many ways. But we also release insights, help you to get to the next level. We started a discussion yesterday and we're going to take it another step further. Yes, my analysis indicates that vaccine resistance is a behavioral disorder. It's a psychosocial behavioral disorder because we have been able to develop vaccine for many, many decades and we've done a great job. But now we're in a special era when people are getting all kinds of dubious information from all kinds of sources. And very important statement made by Mark Twain. He says, a lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is just putting on a shoe. That was 100 years ago. But now a life can go around the world a couple times before truth puts on a shoe because we now have instant global communication. And we have that thing called social media. So we have a lot of work to do. Yes, vaccine resistance is posing us with some serious problems. But we see a way forward. We identified the cognitive biases which drive vaccine resistance. I've identified 11 cognitive biases. The one that is most common, conspiratorial bias. But then I'll just quickly remind you of what the others are. Distortion of the facts, distortion of perception, collective good over individual choice, personal choice over collective good bias, confirmation bias, availability bias, the illusions of causality bias, vaccine distrust bias, fear of needle bias, profiling bias, and the last one, omission bias. So we see a way around this. What we're proposing is that we have identified 18 strategies for talking to vax resistors. 18 strategies. And the important thing, folks, is that if you use the wrong strategy, it doesn't work. The strategies, motivational interviews, how to deal with the issue of religion, how to talk about the safety, how to speak with those in the middle. Yeah? All of these kinds of methods that we are seeing are workable. How not to use blame, how not to get bogged down, how to use humor, how to focus on the future, how to get very personal with it, how to be very patient as you speak with them. So we have strategies. And what really startles me in this big, bright, bold, knowledgeable world, so few people are looking at the strategies for how do we get past this? Because unless we get past the vax deniers, we're in trouble. Because the reality, once there are persons there who are unvaccinated, in large numbers, we won't get to herd immunity. And the problems will continue again and again and keep growing and growing and growing. Here's what we're seeing as a very useful way forward. One, create a media campaign. Traditional media and as well as social media. And you share all the diagnoses publicly. Share the 11 coronavirus cognitive disorders. Share them publicly. This mass communication of the diagnoses will serve to inform everyone, and it will act as a psychosocial vaccine. Because when the vax deniers hear that, look, your individual personal bias is just one of 11. You're not so special. And they start hearing all the other types of biases. You know what's going to happen? Many of them will start looking at each other as idiots. You can believe things like that because, look, the tendency is that they believe that their bias was the only quote unquote right bias. But by you making public all the biases, then persons will start to experience a form of cognitive dissonance. The vaxxers will now be predisposed to begin doubting their own personal distortions, doubting their own cognitive bias, realizing that they are not that special. So I believe that broadcast alone will start to bring the numbers down. More people will move to the, all right, maybe. And with time, they start saying, listen, I think I found a way out of this. I think I don't need to be this way. The other part of my strategy is that vax supporters hearing this and realizing that, hold on, there are ways we can help to convince people. We create webinars. So large numbers of individuals who are vax supporters themselves will now have the tools with which to talk to their friends and associates. How do you talk to somebody who is hooked up and totally believe in conspiracy theory? You can't fight against him. The more you tell him that what he's saying is wrong, is the stronger his belief gets. You learn how to use jujutsu, psychological jujutsu, to gently ease him out of it. So that if we take methods like these, step one, we say, sharing all the information we have, and why is it that we genuinely believe that vax resistance is a form of cognitive bias. So individuals understand that what they are thinking, what they are expressing is not so special. There are many others who believe many things stranger than you do. But then you also share the information that we can diagnose and transform people, how to listen, how to understand them, how to talk about the religious issues, how to simplify the science, how to walk around the facts, how to speak in the people's language. Because if you're talking in a way that people don't understand, that clearly is not going to get to them at all. You can't do that. You have to talk to them in a way that they understand. Because without it, it doesn't get you any further. So these are the kind of things that we have to do. Without this, we are stuck with this for a long time to come. So my suggestion is, listen, you can't fight fire with fire. You can't go up straight against these individuals who are denying the reality of the vaccine. As it stands now, folks, it's our only hope. Because everything else we're doing leads up to this. One, masking, very important. Social distance, extremely important. Sanitation, extremely important. But then what the vaccine does now, it helps to totally stop the spread or slows it down sufficient that our immune system can deal with it. Unless we get to the herd immunity phase, we are in deep trouble. So, all is not lost. It is not without hope. We can find a way how we can literally help people to understand and save themselves. We'll continue tomorrow with some more insight in how we go forward and what else we can do. Have a wonderful, enlightening, and impactful day.